Shalom, shalom. So this is one of the apple trees in my yard I wanted to show everyone. We got some beautiful blossoms. Will later turn out to be fruit. We've given thanks in springtime with the bees, the singing of the bees' wings, the humming. Creation is in celebration in the springtime. And I was thinking of one of my favorite scriptures for today, meditating on Hebrews 11. And it's in the New Testament called the Baruch HASHEM, the New Covenant, and it's actually the promise the Most High made in Jeremiah 31 that He would make a new covenant with the human race, with the house of Israel, and that the law would be written on our hearts, and that eventually man's sins would be forgiven, and all would know Him from the least to the greatest. The whole earth would come into the knowledge of the Most High, and we see that man lost a perfect life in a perfect earth. And so the human race now, we're imperfect, and we live in an imperfect system, but we're in the days of restoration, the days of redemption. And this is the faith that we get from the knowledge of the Scriptures, from Genesis all the way to Revelation, and in between it speaks of the coming of the great kingdom of the Almighty. And so Shaul the Apostle says in Hebrews 11 verse 1, "Now faith is the assurance of things hoped for," or faith is the putting of our full confidence in the things we hope for. We hope for, and our hope is for the kingdom and the right ruling of Yahweh to control the whole earth, and the knowledge of the living one to cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. And this is, we believe this, we understand this. This comes from knowledge of study. So it's impossible to have faith without knowledge, and this is why we must search and study the Scriptures and seek the truth and reason and come together and seek the truth. Don't accept the teachings of religion. Seek for yourself. Seek what the Scriptures really says. It's one harmonious teaching, and it's a time of redemption. So faith comes from knowledge, and faith is the putting of our confidence in the things that we hope for and being certain of the things that we cannot see, or the evidence of things not seen. So our faith is one day that the earth will be restored to perfection, and though it's not yet restored to perfection, there's still wars and crime and violence, and one day there will be peace, happiness, and joy. And so this faith that we have is to be a testimony. And it was this kind of faith that won the reputation of the prophets of old, the ancient worthies, the great prophets, Abel, Hanok, Enoch, Noah, Abraham. All these, by their faith, won approval of the Most High and gave testimony in their time. So we have faith in the Most High and His Word. So I send love to you all. Shalom, shalom in these days. Shabbat shalom.